All right, guys, back with another training video here. It's been a couple weeks. I got a new microphone, so that's cool. I am taking it easy today. Played basketball a couple days ago. Was pretty sore. Not feeling like super motivated to train. Normally when that happens to me, I generally just need to take it easy for a few days, or deload if you want to call it that. Kind of see how I feel next week. I may take next week easier too. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna do some overhead press. Gonna do a little bit of dumbbell benching, some supinated lat pull downs, some shrugs, and then just some arms. I'm gonna keep everything pretty light, pretty easy today, and then have some questions that I got on Instagram that I'm gonna answer. So yeah, show you this session. Right, just gonna start today with some crunches. Little prep circuit. So I'm gonna go some weighted crunches here. Gonna go some halo raises, and then like a modified dead hang. So I'm gonna do that for a couple rounds, and then get to the overhead presses. Yep. Those are good. Feels good. Just getting the shoulders going here a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna hang here. The modified portion is just I'm gonna keep my feet on the ground, but I'm just gonna let my body just hang. And yeah, I won't show all of this because I'm gonna do this for a minute, but I'll show you the first few seconds here. All right, I don't want to mess up my new mics, so I'm gonna hold this and then put it down for my first set here. Generally speaking, deload weeks, or even for me sometimes, I'm a little bit more reactive with my deloading. Like if my motivation to train starts going down, just because like I love to train and lift, like it's one of my hobbies, but I will get to the point sometimes where my training motivation goes down. And this is probably like my sleep has been kind of off this week, hasn't been the best. Been pretty busy like with work and the gym and stuff. So sometimes I just need even just 2 or 3 days of like, 4 to 5 plus reps in reserve training, and maybe not as many sprints, maybe not as many high intensity things. So like generally speaking, like on a day like today, I would do like a push press or a split jerk or like a snatch. Again, today I'm just opting for some lightweight overhead presses. And yeah, just gonna stay, at least 4 reps, if not more, away from failure. Just kind of get the movement in, feel good. Still getting a little bit of a training stimulus. just not obviously like the training stress that I would normally do on a day like today. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers what I wanted to say here. I'm going to do this set, and then I'll answer the first question. All right, that felt good. Probably going to do one more of those and then move on. All right, one of the questions I got was, wasn't even necessarily a question, it was just like pre and post training meal ideas. And, I covered this, I think it was either the last video or the one before that, but generally speaking, like higher proteins, higher carbs, higher protein, higher carb meals. Probably want to, maybe especially like the pre-workout meal, maybe like not too much like dietary fat and fiber, just because that can sit on your stomach and potentially impact performance. Some people can, do better with those kinds of things than others. You can kind of experiment with it for yourself. But generally speaking, higher protein, higher carb, lean cuts of steak, lean cuts of meat, lean cuts of chicken, turkey, would be like your good protein sources, things like white rice, fruits, potatoes, white potatoes specifically maybe. Again, like things that are, relatively quick digesting, as far as like the carbs go, and then just making sure you're getting some protein in. I don't really think it has to be any more complicated than that. I will say, generally speaking for me, one of my signs too that like I probably need to take it easy for a couple days is start to get some joint discomfort, elbows. This knee's kind of been bugging me. I played basketball the other day and it's kind of been bugging me a little bit. I squatted yesterday, light, and it just still, things feel just like a little achy. And again, like, I think probably the biggest thing for me is just probably the sleep stuff this week is probably throwing me off the most. And I did strung together like probably 3 or 4 really solid weeks of training there too. So stress and sleep, man, it's important to do that stuff. Everybody talks about it. Not something you need to like, not something you've got to really, it's just go to bed at a decent time, don't stay up half the night. Those kinds of things, they can add up over time. So the head ball coach is here. What's up, dude? You want to be in the YouTube video? Yeah, you want to be in the YouTube video? Come on, dude. Is it live? Yeah, dude. Live for the whole internet. I'm just kidding. No. I'm just recording for the YouTube. All right, one of the questions that I got was, do I bench press baseball players? Generally speaking, most of my athletes come in 2 to 3 times per week. If I do have a young baseball athlete that is coming 3 days a week, generally like one day will be a squat focused day as far as the main lift goes. That middle of the week I'll do like a primary press day, so generally will be like a bench press. And then that third day will be like a hinge dominant day, so like a trap bar deadlift or a barbell deadlift. Or even with some of the younger kids, maybe even a kettlebell deadlift. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I think a lot of my baseball guys right now just come twice a week. So their main lift is going to be that squat pattern and hinge pattern because those are just bigger bang for your buck movements from a total body stimulus perspective. So like most of their pressing work is more secondary or tertiary variation. So again, your dumbbell bench press, single arm dumbbell bench presses, push-ups. Haven't done a ton of dips with baseball players, but I guess you could say like a dip variation too, good for shoulder extension. Yeah, I mean, I think young athletes, I think bench pressing is fine. I think teaching kids how to bench and press properly where they're not, doing the power lifter bench where they're pinning their shoulder blades back and not getting any range of motion through their scapula as well. If you just teach them to just press and let their shoulder blades move how they naturally want to move, I don't see anything wrong with bench pressing. Maybe as you get older and more developed, and you're a college or pro player, there may be some better pressing options than loading up a super heavy bench press. But I think even for that population, as long as the volume and the intensity isn't like too much, too quick, and it's probably not too big of a deal. And especially if you're doing other things, again, where you're reaching and getting your shoulder blade moving and gliding along your rib cage, doing some landmine presses, again, push-ups, push up to a A-frame or push up to like a downward dog position. Again, just getting the shoulder blades moving. And obviously like your pulling volume too, you're pulling in different planes and letting the shoulder blade move into, retraction and depression, and then, protraction and upward rotation. I think if you have a well-rounded training program, throwing in a little bit of bench press, even for baseball players or overhead athletes in general, is probably not that big of a deal, and especially for younger kids, there's nothing wrong with getting stronger on a bench press. All right, I'm going to do these curls and answer what my favorite lift is. Maybe I'll do the curls first. Favorite lift? I don't know. I'd probably have to have categories. But yeah, probably bench. Any bench pressing variations. I really like dumbbell pressing for repetitions. Incline, flat, all the different angles. Yeah, probably bench. Yeah, that's it. Now he's going to be in the video. Come on over here.
How did you doing this?
Yeah, baby. What's up? This is Andy. Say hi.
Right Fitness.
All right, last 2 questions real quick. The first one is, what's it like owning my own gym? It's awesome. The freedom to be able to run the gym how I see fit is cool. It's definitely a lot, pretty stressful. Still work a lot of hours training on the floor, but I enjoy that. It's what I really like to do, so it's pretty cool. The whole gym experience honestly has been incredible. Luckily, I have some awesome clients, athletes, parents, gym members, super supportive wife and family, so it works really well, and I couldn't be happier, honestly. So that's kind of what owning a gym is like. It's fucking awesome. So, and then the other question I had was like best business practices for generating leads. I think first and foremost, just like over delivering for your clients, athletes, the people you're working with. If you do that, they will notice. I think little things like if you get a referral from someone, you know, giving them some sort of a discount or even a gift card or a T-shirt or something like that to just show that, you know, again, that you're appreciative of the lead or the potential client, or you know, once the person actually signs up, you know, give that client that they got you the referral, you know, a little something as a thank you. You know, things like handwritten letters, you know, around the holidays or like birthdays, even just things as simple as like making sure all your clients and athletes, you know, birthdays are maybe in your calendar, and then you can kind of reach out and, you know, say happy birthday, you know, shoot them a gift card or something like that. I think that all that stuff matters. And again, it just comes back to that point of like over delivering, and just taking care of your people, giving a shit about who you're working with, who is, you know, at the end of the day paying your bills, and you know, so yeah, number one, I guess, is just over deliver, be really good at your job, meet people where they are, I think would be the other one, because there are some people that like really want to come in and get after it, and have like really specific goals. Some people are just wanting to get in and consistently exercise. Be whatever the person in front of you needs you to be. Again, yeah, those would be my business tips for, you know, getting leads and doing that kind of stuff. Appreciate you guys watching the video. See you guys next time.